Hello, my amazing artists. One thing that I'm going to try and do this year is flip my lessons, which means I'm going to show you what you're doing through a video, and that way I'm free to move around. So it's kind of like having an extra Mrs. Johns. For this project, we're going to be taking one of those words from the list of onomatopoeia words, and you're going to be writing it out in block letters. So you choose your word, and for the sake of this, I'm going to choose the word pop. So you start out by writing your word. Just regular, normal, capital letters. They don't need to touch, but they can be close. I would use capital letters just because it makes it a lot easier to turn into block letters. If you want to add an exclamation point, you can, but you don't have to. I am going to add one, I think. So there's my exclamation point. Now, when you go to make block letters, one thing that you need to do is trace around the pencil lines that you've already done. I kind of like to think of it as like the game of Operation, where you don't want to touch the sides. Well, instead of the sides, you don't want to touch the pencil letters. So I start out by making lines that kind of go around certain parts, just so that I know where I need to make turns with my letters. So I'm doing mine in marker just so that you can see the difference from the pencil lines, but you're going to do yours in pencil and then trace over it with the Sharpie. So I'm going to keep on doing this. Now, as you're outlining these to turn them into block letters, you probably want to have them touch. We are going to cut these out, so it'll make cutting out a whole lot easier if they are connected. If they're not, that's okay too. Just means a little more consideration while we're gluing. So notice with the P, I'm going around the edge, and I didn't talk about it over here, but I'll talk about it right here. There's a space in the middle of here that we have to account for when we're creating our block letters. It's not close like this. We're still going to kind of keep that distance between our pencil lines and our marker line so that we can get the thickness that we need. And when you do circular letters like O, you still have to come in and add the middle part. All right, we're basically creating a bubble around it. I'm going to come over here and do the exclamation point as well. Now for the exclamation point, we have the dot. You can keep it separated, or you can have it touching just a little bit so that it'll make it easier to cut out. Now, after you get this done in pencil, you're going to go back, outline it with a Sharpie, then you're going to take an eraser, which I know there's only one per table, but maybe Ms. Johns will be nice and give you guys an extra one or two. But you're going to want to erase those pencil lines. Now, I also forgot to mention this earlier. Please, 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 draw lightly. Otherwise, you're still going to see this line after you erase it, because when we press down really, really hard, it makes it so much harder to get that pencil lead out of our paper. So step one, write your word in capital letters lightly in pencil. Step two, outline your letters, making sure not to touch the original pencil lines. Step three, outline with Sharpie. And step four, erase those inner pencil lines. All right. Okay, after you outline it and with the permanent marker, you're going to get scissors and you're going to cut it out. And this is where having the letters touch is kind of important. It'll help keep everything together. I'm just going to take a minute and cut it, and I will speed that up when I go to edit this.